Okay, what is going on, YouTube? I mean, how we looking today? I mean, we're looking pretty good. I know this, I don't know how the quality's gonna look off this. I don't know if I got any different marks on my face, but yeah, we're basically going to hole one. I mean, we're not basically, we are going to hole one. And we are on the camera today because we got some big plans going in forward into, useful with the camera. Not gonna spoil any of that. Actually, I just spoiled just a little bit of what we're kind of doing today, just some new things. But with the camera, we got some big plans going on, so I gotta save it. But I wanted to get these videos out, or this video out. There's gonna be another video coming sooner on this week of, something to do with these, but you're only gonna see one of them today. So what is that gonna be, if you haven't seen from the title or from the thumbnail, is gonna be this Eagle McMahon range. So we're gonna be playing with Kinsey, shorts to shorts, and just seeing what it does. We got a nice calm day today, so ain't really gonna need a too crazy of a wind to kind of see what this does, but it does have a chance of making the bag. Unless it does something super crazy today, I doubt it has a chance of going into the bag, but either way, we're on hole one, so let's get right into this video and let's see what this range could do. Heard a lot of good things about it. Now it's time to find out how it actually flies. And also, I don't got a huge retail store near me, so a lot of times whenever I try to do like new discs and stuff, I typically have to wait a couple while, or I have to order it ahead. And typically, it doesn't come in the time that it needs to come. So we just waited till Play It Again Sports had made an MVP order. And now that Play It Again actually holds MVP discs, now we get to try stuff like this, which is gonna be nice and fun to, get some videos on. I mean, I've seen a lot of people probably a couple months back throwing the range because it was part of the MVP. It's like an MVP circuit challenge, I guess, or like an MVP, I don't know. But I know a lot of people had it before, it actually came out. But now that Eagle McMahon is, got it as a signature disc, it kind of had an early release date, I'm assuming. But yeah, we're playing shorts to shorts here. Gonna see, it's like a concave disc. I'm pretty sure it's gonna fall like a Berg, which I never really liked the Berg, but who knows? Maybe the range is gonna make me think twice about, non-glide frisbees. But here we go, enough talking. Throw it off this first tee. I'm gonna throw it right at the basket, see what it kind of does right there. Alrighty, it's gonna hazard back a little bit. Oh man, if that got far enough, that should be at least parked. That's pretty nice. I mean, I'm gonna try not to show this other disc too much. Y'all should be, I'm pretty sure y'all might have like a nice little guess of what it could be, especially if we're throwing MVP today. But let me know in the comment section if you're looking forward to that video of what y'all think this is, and also leave in the comment what y'all think this might be. And also, I know it doesn't seem that cold out here, but man, we got a slight little breeze that's kind of like just pushing the wind just a tiny bit, which it's feeling like 30 something. I don't know what the weather is around y'all, but I mean, this has my fingers freaking freezing. But I mean, either way, we use a glove as our mini marker today because we don't got a mini. But I mean, this is not too bad of a start, but I haven't practiced any warm-up putts, so we're gonna see what this kind of does. Alrighty, starting 1 under with the range. That's a good start, and who knows, maybe this has a chance of going in the bag, but I doubt it. This might be a collector, and I might honestly just wait until like the range comes out in stock disc, because this is just too pretty just to kind of throw around. Alrighty, another hole, and we're gonna go forehand. We're gonna go actually to the long pad right here because the short pin is just, it's there, it's just short, and I'm not working on approaches. I just want to see how this bad boy flies, you feel me? But I was gonna say, Eagle McMahon is probably one of the first disc golfers that I could remember like just watching and stuff. It was like a Vista video or something in California. It's a course in California, but they played with base sets, and I remember it was Paul McBeth, Eagle McMahon, Nate Sexton, and then one other person that I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was just a whole bunch of Innova guys that played on like Central Coast. It was on the Central Coast YouTube videos. If y'all go back enough, y'all could find it. But I just remember watching that and then just seeing Eagle McMahon. He was the younger guy that was playing disc golf, and that kind of got me back into disc golf. But that's just some history right there with Eagle McMahon and me myself. But here we go, nice little forehand. We're gonna see what this kind of handle. Forehand's been releasing pretty clean, so I mean, this should be good if we could actually, if it stays online, that I think it's gonna stay on. Okay, just kind of held over, and I know it's not gonna fade because if it's anything like the Berg, then as soon as it gets on tilt, then it just falls out of the sky. It ain't gonna get like a pushing, because I mean it has no glide. So or I'm assuming it's not gonna have any glide. So whenever it gets on that anhyzer route or that hyzer angle, it's just gonna fly just dead down. Instead of just trying to push on the hyzer. And also, I guess another big thing about like the range, just a couple throws that we've had, they haven't been too bad, but I mean just the comfortability in it, and then also the plastic of MVP, Axiom, and Streamline, they're all the same, you know, feeling disc, but I mean the plastic just feels nice. So I mean that's just something that's gonna be consistent with MVP. So I guess if you were like a Berg inside this plastic, I guess that's why you kind of go with this. But I mean, it ain't nothing that's too interesting to me. I mean, you can get around with a whole bunch of discs. See, now the way it kind of pushed that way is because of the right to left wind. It's gonna carry that thing more left than a normal, you know, disc would. But as you can tell, it didn't get lifted and then go way left, especially with this right to left wind. It just kind of fell more left than it normally would. So that's the big difference between like a normal putter and then like something that doesn't glide that much. And I think one of the big things too that I'm kind of picking up on now that we're playing more and more disc golf, that I never really picked on before because, or I never picked up before because I always thought just glide was, you know, something that helps you. I always thought that glide was just something that they just threw on there just to, you know, say, oh, this could fly this certain amount of far. But now that I've been playing quite a bit more and I see things with low glide versus high glide, and what really kind of just stood out to me that makes the point that I'm kind of make right now stick out a little more is the Conquer. And since it has such a low glide, since I got it kind of beaten in a little bit, which I mean, this I know this has nothing to do with the Conquer, but it just puts into perspective that even if you beat something in that's a little bit more on the overstable side and it flies straighter, it's never going to go as far as something that, let's just say it's overstable and has a lot of glide. Because I've been throwing my force probably the exact same distance I've been throwing like a nice full flex Conquer shot, and that they're flying pretty much the exact same, even though I think the force is going shorter because it's less stable, or since it's more stable. But just with the glide kicking in, it just makes it push a little bit farther. And I say that just to say, you know, with the range and like a Berg, whenever you throw these like pretty hard, they can actually help you control distances that you're probably not used to. Like I would say that, like if you're throwing a Luna and you want something that just pushes like straight and just like a lot of glide, this is probably like a Luna that, you know, whenever you're throwing it hard, it's probably gonna fly, let's just say 50 to 60 feet shorter than like a full thrown Luna. Which, if you like that, then this is probably gonna be the disc for you. Probably a Berg is gonna be a good disc for you. But I mean, if you need that extra 25 to 50 feet, go ahead and grab like a Luna or like a glidey Frisbee. And I also don't know if anybody's really gonna tell you that. I mean, like I said, it just kind of takes getting, it's a breakdown basically. I know a while ago Brody Smith said that glide isn't really like a real thing, but whenever you get to like actually getting the disc up to speed and you throw other discs in certain lineups, then that's whenever you can actually see the actual difference. All right, that's enough on the glide part, bruh. Let's just throw this freaking range for a nice little birdie. I hope that I don't know, I might honestly cut all that out. If y'all just hearing this part, it's because I spent too long on what I was talking about. I mean, that ain't gonna go nowhere. That's just too high in the sky. Yeah, I mean, I wasted all my distance in the air. And I also didn't throw that very hard. I am still a little sore because I played a 2-round tournament yesterday. And yeah, that could be the cause of that. But I mean, either way, it could just be the glide, but that didn't go nowhere. So we're gonna be laying up right there for the 3. I know that part that I said I was gonna cut out. It's just that whenever I learn something and I go and I do a video kind of like this, where it's kind of showcasing what I kind of mean whenever I talk about certain things, or it proves what I kind of learned. I just want to speak to y'all and talk to y'all about it, but I just got to know that a lot of people aren't going to just try to hear me out because there are a lot of different opinions out there. But let me know if you would like a nice little video on glide and why you should trust the flight numbers. I wouldn't say trust the flight numbers. I just say rank in the glide system, because now I think I have a better understanding of it, especially now that I've been playing for a little while. All right, here we go. This is like a nice little shot for this right here, because as soon as it gets on that hyzer angle, like I said, it's just gonna fall out of the sky. So I'm throwing like on like some nice little flex line pretty much right at the basket. Hopefully we get some pole right here. And then boom, yep. That's all it's gonna do, man. Who knows, maybe this thing might need to go inside the bag. I don't know. It's nice, easy, controllable. And I think this is probably what the Berg wishes it could do. Or maybe I just haven't thrown a Berg in a very long time that I don't even know what it's gonna do, honestly. See, and this flew exactly like how I told y'all to. How I told y'all it was gonna fly. The problem is that I didn't put it right at the basket, so it couldn't get no pole action, but we got a par. I mean, it wanted to kind of jump out of the basket. That was kind of weird, but it's these Prodigy baskets, you know, they kind of sulk. You know, one thing I learned about these things, especially like this and like a glitch, is that the longer you can get them to fly on like a flat plane, or even like on a nice little turn plane, that's whenever they're gonna be, you know, flying farther than what they normally would. But with the Berg, once it gets on that Anheuser, or once it gets on that hyzer, like I said before, it just kind of just falls out of the sky. So the longer you keep the flat to Anheuser, and as long as it doesn't just, you know, start coming back and flexing out of it, then you should get some distance out of it. But with the Berg, I think honestly the higher you could get that thing on like a flat plane, and then even on a turning, that's whenever the glide or the glitch kind of come into play. So it's kind of hard to learn going back and forth from like this and like a glitch or even like a spore. But it's just interesting flights, you know? It ain't nothing that you've ever seen before. All right, here we go. This is a nice little long par 3. So I got there with the glidey frisbee. So let's see if I get here with this non-glidey frisbee. Okay, did not get there at all. I thought I threw that freaking perfect. Golly, that thing doesn't go nowhere. What the heck is that about? That's interesting, because that felt like it flew forever straight. I don't know how short we are, but man, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Look, I'm gonna say this, I'm only gonna say this once, right? This is probably gonna be the best definition of an approach disc. And this is why. Because a lot of times, or for me personally, but a lot of times I do try and go and soft like the zones and everything, but I typically do go past the basket, or I go too short because I can't really control the distance. But having a disc like this, like where it could probably max out maybe like a good 250 to 260 on like a nice little soft, you know, smooth shot, not like a pull full power onto it, because this would be a disc I won't really have to fully power onto. But like, let's just say like a 250-foot shot, and I just do like a nice smooth like little up shot for a par 4, and there's OB behind. There's a chance that this probably won't even reach the basket. So I mean, I feel like this might be a true definition of an approach disc. Now y'all could comment down in the section, y'all could say something in the comment section down below on what y'all think about this disc. But like, I'm pretty sure if I threw that exact same shot with like a nice little hyzer flip with the glitch, we'd probably get in there every single time. Or even with the Luna, we're probably getting there every single time. But this is like nice little flex line, and as soon as like it didn't go nowhere. So it's, like I said, it's just interesting, and I mean, this is just a unique disc, honestly. Got that one. That was a nice little putt. I can't even lie. You know what I'm saying? Just had to fill out the wind a little bit, plan it out. All right, baby. I mean, hey, we got this bad boy. Let's go, man. All right, so what I could say for right now, because maybe it's just hype, maybe I'm just excited just throwing a new disc, or maybe it could just be because I just put 2 and 2 together. We got a nice little pushing, soft little bitty pushing, right to left wind, like more headwind. So I don't know if it's because I'm throwing this nose up and it has no glide, that it's kind of just, you know, dying out of the air. That could be, you know, why 1 and 1 equals 2. But I mean, just flying pretty nice right now. So there's nothing else I could pretty much say. Maybe it could just be the disc, but I mean, this is probably the calmest it's been in a while out here in Lubbock. So yeah, maybe this is just, you know, the honeymoon phase with this disc, or just, you know, that, what is it? This is that strange, you know what I'm saying, since I am throwing a new disc that's not in the bag, kind of cheating on all my other discs, and that could just be that, you know, new thing, new flame. We're gonna go with the forehand here, see if I get this bad boy to go underneath the basket. I mean, haven't really powered up on it, so I don't think I will, because I don't think I can forehand this like smoothly to where it could fly like a nice little line. But I'm gonna try to put it on these left trees that's just left of the basket and just see if I cannot get it just kind of fall in, either in between them or fall right. Yeah, I was planning on going more right of those 2 trees, but honestly I was planning on just, you know, I was expecting it just kind of going between those 2 trees, especially if we got on that angle, like I said, because I can't power up on it too much, because like I said, I can't really hyzer flip it, so I can't get it to flip up and ride straight. So I kind of just like maybe a slight little bit of hyzer, it just flipped up and just kind of held over left, which It's a fun little thing, but I mean, in like a crazy little right left wind or headwind, we're probably not forehanding that bad boy, but maybe in a tailwind or even calm winds, that could be a nice little forehand disc. You know, probably another thing why it feels pretty comfortable is that it has a lower profile, I believe, than the Berg, and it's also not as bulky on the rim of the disc. So that could be, but also I haven't really felt a Berg in a very long time, but that's probably why it kind of does feel a little bit more comfortable inside the hand for a forehand. For a backhand, I'd much rather have the deeper rim or deeper depth for the Berg, or even just a higher, I don't know if it's shoulder or anything, I'm not really a disc expert, but just where it feels a little bit more in the hand than, you know, this does. But for the forehands, it feels pretty nice. And then I'm going to throw from this long pad to the short pin, because the reason why I did the short pad to the short pin with the glitch video is because there's a certain range where I like the glitch and it feels more favorable to me. And that's pretty much the exact same range where it's like way out of jump putt range, but then it's also out of, you know, full on, you know, run up and throw kind of range. Kind of screwed it up in the glitch video, but for this one, I just want to see, like, let's say, because I mean, this is never going to be a tee shot disc for me. If anything, this is going to be like I said earlier, just that approach disc kind of shot. And I feel like that's what's missing in a lot of people's bags, is just like actual designated approach disc. Like, they try to make everything work and they try to make everything kind of, you know, drivable off the tee. But I feel like there's certain slots that you just need inside your bag just in case. Like you need those just in case slots. Because I mean, you could fit 20 to 24 discs in pretty much every single bag, and I doubt that you need that many discs and like that many different discs too. But I know Anthony Barella kind of ruined that with everybody with the Luna because of how far he throws it and how smooth it actually flies. But all right, here we go. Range. If I get this like a nice little bid, I'm actually gonna try to go long at this basket and hopefully park it. That's probably the mindset with this disc. Oh, and I just turned it too much. That's not good. Yeah, that would have been like great distance control, but I just put it on too much anhyzer. That was not good. I needed to get that either left, or I need to put down like a nice little hyzer flip line and try to go probably towards that trash can right behind the basket. And this is why I'll say you should learn your disc, because whenever you go into actually playing normal rounds or like competition rounds, like let's just say this right here, and I was looking for something that I needed to get around a tree and I need to just kind of hold over, and like I know my miss is going to be flat or getting the nose up too high, and I know those are my mistakes that I typically do, especially like a zone and stuff. Then going with this and knowing that it's just going to hold the angle the entire way, maybe I might reach for this instead of my zones. Or maybe even like a nice little turnover shot where, you know, if I get my zone and I just toss it over a little bit too much and I just let go of it a little too early, you know, it's going to go way too left. At least if I put this on like that nice little angle, it's just going to hold it still. So that's pretty much what it just kind of told me off the tee right there. Yeah, we got, what, 3 more holes to go. So let's see if we can actually dial this bad boy in based off of everything that we've kind of gathered recently. Oh, buddy. See? And that's where you need the glide, man. But, I mean, this ain't a putting putter, so can't be too mad at it. Alrighty. Now we got our last 3 holes. Now we pretty much know how it's going to somewhat fly. So if I get surprised again, then that's honestly on my behalf. Or maybe it just does something new that I'm not really expecting. But, yeah. I'm going to go with the forehand again. And I know that the forehand's going to kind of just hold over just a little bit more. So I'm actually going to aim at that grouping of trees on the right side of the basket. And hopefully get like hopefully a favorable, you know, nice little soft landing to the left, instead of like, if this goes on too much anhyzer, too much cut, we could roll all the way down the hill. So, and at that point we'll be playing to the reds. Right there on the trees on the right side, nice little anhyzer shot right into the basket. Okay, and we're playing to the reds. Not really, but I just put that on too much hyzer. I was trying to hyzer flip that bad boy. See, that's not a surprising shot because it didn't do anything that I was not expecting. That was just error by me and my hand and everything else. That was just a terrible shot all in its own. That shot off the tee was really dumb. I guess I was trying to do like a nice little German Coling, you know, shot. Next time I go into that tee pad and throw into that basket, y'all tell me in the comment section, don't throw the forehand. And now next time I'll listen. Because this should never be a freaking forehand anhyzer shot. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I just wanted to be, you know, nice. I just wanted to show off the, you know, the finessiness of the forehand. But yeah, that was not the time nor the place to do that. So that was my fault. now we gotta throw it in right here. That's never gonna throw it in, but nice little upshot. I'm gonna go tap that in real quick so that way, you know, I could process my thoughts going up there. I think about what I just did. Alrighty, hole 8, and we're going to the shorts again. And again, we're gonna learn from our mistakes. I don't normally throw the forehand on this hole, so I'm doing it right here again. You feel me? It just looks like a nice little forehand line. This is probably the hole that I probably need to throw the forehand on. You feel me? I know I can get the backhand there, but also the chance of me pulling it right is very likely. Am I going to? Probably not, but the forehand just looks there. It's just there, man. It is what it is. Go into the comment section, say what you want to say, but I mean, this just looks a lot more open. Come on, range. Prove me right here. See? It worked out. You know, not the best. I probably could have pushed it off a little bit more left, but I mean, I just had to prove y'all wrong, you feel me? I mean, the last hole, again, the statement still stands, but on this hole, probably the forehand is probably the more open gap, if y'all can agree with me on that at least. I know this is the first time I'm bringing my hood down, but I mean, it's just getting a little hot, you feel me? I honestly might take the gloves off going into this back nine, but I mean, I put the hair in the bun today because the recent winds that we've been having has been keeping my hair just all over my face and in my lips and everything. So I might honestly start rocking the bun just a little bit more. Or honestly, we might look into actually cutting it all off. Right now, I don't feel like it. I just haven't done enough cool things with my hair recently to, you know, because there's still a lot of things. I want to put my hair in the bun. I want to put my hair in braids. I want to get like a new different kind of haircut. So all that being said, I mean, we still got a lot of things to do with this long hair. So not really ready to cut it off yet. But once we start getting done experimenting, then maybe we'll think about getting the buzz cut. There we go, man. Now we need to end off on just one more, and I'll say that this review is a dub. You feel me? Alrighty, last and final hole, and yeah, just gonna see if we get it there. We've been messing up this hole quite a bit as of recent days, but I also don't play the short to short layout almost ever, and I hardly play the short to long, but also whenever I play the short to long, I'm much rather play the long to short right here because I don't like the long placement. So yeah, every time y'all see me, or the last 2 times y'all see me play this hole, it's been the glitch video and then this video. So yeah, let's see if we can end this bad boy off with a nice little throw. I honestly might stand still this bad boy because, you know, what else is there to do? And I also don't want to hit those back trees too quick. So we're just gonna stand still this bad boy. Hopefully put this bad boy underneath the basket. Alright, you go, man. Do something good right here to end off this video. Freaking wind dragon guy. Oh, buddy, and I pulled it way too far right. Alright, that'll be a putt. Hopefully I got out of the way for that. But we still smacked every little thing that I didn't want to smack. So yeah, that was all my fault. But I was honestly thinking about doing the forehand again, but I knew y'all would have got at me with the forehand in the comment section. So I had to scratch that idea in my brain. Don't think I was just trying to show you off the man bun and stuff, but I thought I was feeling my stuff, you know, it was heating up just a little bit. So everything was kind of getting a little bit colder, especially being out there in the sun and everything. But as soon as we got underneath these trees, boy, that freaking cold front just kind of hit. It hit a little different out here. So we got to put the hood back on, put everything back on because we are going to the back nine where it's a little bit more shadier, maybe and then also we got the wind coming off the water. So might be a little bit more cooler. There we go, baby. Probably one of our better front nines, honestly. So is that a shout out to the range or is that a shout out to just me playing good? You know what I say, but let's see, we finished off on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold up, I gotta count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 under. I don't know why I thought I might have said, I thought I might have gotten 6 of them, but I think we got them back to back pars on a lot of these. Yeah, we got 2 pars or 4 pars, I should say. Yeah, nice little front nine. Honestly, the range, what do I think about it? It's a nice little disc. Will I be putting it inside the bag is the real question. We just got to find out what it's actually flying like. We got to get like a more of an in-depth understanding of what it's kind of flying like. This is a nice little test to do, but like I said, I play here in Lubbock, Texas, so finding out what this does in the wind, what it does in the tailwind, what it does in the headwind, what it does inside different other kind of winds, it's been kind of interesting just to see what this kind of really does. That's whatever I mean by an in-depth review. And then also a week review, or not even a week review, but a week test, because I don't know how long this is going to stay the way that it is, like with being in wear and tear and everything, because I do end up hitting a lot of trees, especially on approach shots. Sometimes I banged the basket a couple times here and there. So yeah, it's just be interesting to see how this kind of holds up. Will I be putting this out of the bag? We'll give it a nice little test run. I'll put it inside the bag for a week, see what it kind of just hits for. And yeah, with that being said, I mean, shout out to Eagle Man, shout out to MVP doing a lot of cool things. Shout out to Streamline, the single molds, because they're releasing some good stuff too. And yeah, this design and everything, pretty sick. Can't even lie. So yeah, I mean, all in all, pretty good review. As you can tell from the score, normally I don't shoot that good out here, but maybe it could just be the more I practice, the better we shoot out here. But we got another review to get to on the back nine. So if you want to, make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Also comment down, are you bagging the range? If so, let me know what range you got. If you got one of these Eagle Man ranges, or if you got one for previous releases, or let me know if you're even just waiting to get, you know, other stamped ranges. Or let me know if you like this over the Berg as well. But with that being said, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and catch you in the next one. Peace.